Your life, it's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist. The playlist on top of my videos in their own folders. Makes the video you're looking for a lot easier, whether it's just the G series, reactions, all that good stuff, in their folders. That way you don't have to keep scrolling. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man Society M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to get into was something that I was having a discussion with somebody, one of my subscribers in the comments. They're raza, and they say how that they're proud of being raza, and they want to support, the raza and what the raza does. But that they find on YouTube is very difficult because within, raza channels, there's a lot of drama, right? There's a lot of bickering back and forth, a lot of beefs, and this and that, right? So that's why they tend to not really watch that much raza channels, right? Because of all the bull crap. And, they say that, they watch my channel because they say that I'm level-headed. So, thank you, I guess. But why do I think this occurs, right, with the raza channels? Now, since being a YouTuber, it's been an interesting experience. I met, well, not met, but at least, came in contact with a lot of different people, build up, friendships, connections, and stuff like that, right? With certain industries and, music and stuff like that. And other YouTubers, right? Who want to collab, create content together, etc., right? Maybe help out and stuff like that. I got into meet some female people off of YouTube, you know what I mean? Some, cool individuals, Incredible Javier, Cholo Trucker, and several others, right? Who are, cool people. At the same time, along YouTube, I have met some, pretty shady, shisty, scandalous, and, dirty individuals, I mean, just with anything you're going to meet, it has its good and its bad, and one thing I have learned about the scandalous side of YouTube, right, the dark side that people don't see because all of this happens behind the scenes, is how people, want to create fake beefs for views. I have been told that, if I've been down, to have fake beef, and they'll break me off some money, right, off of the content. And I wasn't willing to do that because I'm lying. I'll be lying to the people, and faking, and nah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't care how much money, you know what I mean, or what it could gain me subscribers or whatever. I just wasn't willing to do that, you know what I mean. And as a matter of fact, I cut the connections with the contact with this other person, just because if he's willing to do that, and that already says a lot about his character, and I don't really want to be mingling around with people like that, you know what I mean. At the same time, I'm not gonna come on here and blast them, put them out on blast, and try to bring them down. You know what I mean? I get nothing out of it. I just know how this person now is, and I just, I let them do them, and I do me, because people like that, that are willing to lie to people just to get something is I'm not down with that kind of shit. I think people, they feel comfortable because I think I'm from the streets and stuff like that. That I'll be down to do this and that. But see, just because you're from the streets doesn't mean you don't have morals. Doesn't mean that you're okay with faking shit or lying about shit. Like, nah, homie. Don't think just because we're from the streets that we're just willing to do anything or that's seen as scandalous or evil or whatever. Like, nah, some of us have morals, bro. Like, that's faking, homie. That's being fake, dog. And we ain't down with that. You know what I mean? You got it twisted. And there's a lot of individuals like that. You know what I mean? Also along the way, I hear individuals, when you're talking, you're discussing other channels, right? About, their content and their ideas. There is people that tend to throw shade at some other individuals, right? And, there's something I'll be talking and I'll be like, man, like, why are you talking shit? Like, what's up with, like, let that fool just do him, whatever. And there's individuals, see, what happens is that the raza rushes into things, right? Because the raza, some of us are so desperate to get out of the ghettos, out of the slums, and make something of ourselves, I guess you could say, you know what I mean? Kind of like why there's a lot of crookedness going on in Mexico, right? Because being stuck in poverty so long that people just fiend to finally make it out and just like at whatever means, and they just worry about themselves and don't care about nobody else just because they just want to be out of this madre, compared to other people who are raised, out of a financially stable home, so they don't really have that, to them life has always been peaches and cream. So they don't have the same, they don't do the same tactics, a little bit more humble, right? um, that individuals throw shade because they rush into things, right? They gain some recognition on YouTube. They gain, some subscribers, a fan base, I guess you could say, and they quit their jobs. They stop everything that they're doing, and they just rely on YouTube, right? Because it goes straight to their heads right away, right? Because they're not used to the attention, the success and stuff like that. So it goes straight to their heads, right? So they make this their number one priority, right? And the thing is that as soon as you barely getting a buzz, and now you're just dropping everything you're doing and just relying on this just because you got a little buzz. I mean, don't you think you should have waited till you at least were like really really up there, like in the like almost to the millions and not the millions, before you want to quit your job and just rely on YouTube. You know what I mean? That's kind of rushing into things, right? So now you're depending on YouTube, right? So now there's other channels out there who are similar to your channel, right? So now when you're dropping videos or you're going lives, they're going lives and they're dropping videos. So now they're taking half of your subscribers, right? They're taking half of your views, half of your subscribers, meaning half of your revenue, right? Okay. You can see why they'll have problems with other YouTubers' channels being established, right? Because now they're taking their views, their revenue, their form of paying rent or car payments or whatever the hell, right? Because they just rely on this. So then they start now throwing shade at certain channels or this and that, or why they get offended when people talk about their channels, right? Because now they're tripping that people might be persuaded away from their channel, meaning that means less views, meaning less revenue, meaning less ways to paying their bills, right? So that's why they get more offended easier, because now it's like no, like they can't take the risk of losing any type of view because they rely surely on pure YouTube. And you can see where the problem comes, right? And you can see why people will start throwing shade at other channels and want to uh, discredit channels. That way they get the subscribers and all their views come to them, right? Because they're more reliable, they're more real, they're more so and so, etc. Right? That's why they do the dirty games that they do, and people can't even say that I'm just maybe speculating. No, because I have been told this stuff by certain individuals. I'm not gonna say who and whatnot because the thing is that me and them individuals know the truth, right? So when they come on here and they want to say what they want to say, and knowing that we know the truth, only shows their true colors, right? And how they truly are, right? And that's on them how they want to live, however they, whatever helps them sleep at night. You get what I mean? Now I know who to to conduct business with and who not to and stuff like that. But I think that's shady and scandalous. You know what I mean? But you got no one to blame but yourself for rushing into things. You know what I mean? But that's why certain channels throw shade at certain people or play the games that they play, make fake accounts and talk smack and I because I've been told not just by one, I've been told by several channels of the tactics that they do, the dirty tricks that they play, and I think they feel comfortable because they think that maybe like I'll be down with this or because I'm from the streets or whatever. But it's like I see all of that shit as faking, lying, and just like damn, homie, that's some shady ass shit. Like I ain't fucking with people like that. You know what I mean? And I just cut contacts. I don't come out here and try to put them down or name them and try to, drag them down. For what? Nah. They gotta live with themselves. I don't. I just keep moving. You know. Um, but pay attention. You can see, and just be careful who you put your trust in. But at the end of the day, I'm no one to come on here and to tell people who they shouldn't watch, who they should rely on, who they should trust. People could do whatever they want and watch and support whoever they choose. I think it's strange when a YouTuber comes on here and tells people, don't mess with that channel. If any of my subscribers, are subscribed to me, I don't want you guys watching that channel or going and messing. That's ridiculous, bro. You can't tell people what they can and can't do, bro. They're going to do what they do. And be grateful for what you got. Humble yourself. You wanted to rush into things. So now, because, you don't know how you're going to pay your rent, you got only yourself to blame for rushing into things. You should have been smarter. Thought ahead. But you let all of this get to you. We're merely just people with our opinions, my guy. That's it. If you make some money off of YouTube, that's fine. A little side money, a little hustle, you know what I mean? But not something to be, relying on and stuff like that. Maybe if you were to be in the millions, like some of these big channels, then I could see why people would, make this a full-time career. But barely getting to where you're at and you're already... It's crazy, but I'm just saying maybe, a little insight. into the behind the scenes of the chaos that's what's YouTube, I can't front it, bro. I can only be honest. I'm just saying, Shadow, we out.